Good morning, guys. Today I'm going to talk about the most controversial subject there is, which is tariffs. I actually almost took some time out of my Sunday to do this, but just never got around to it. Um, first off, what can you do about tariffs? Don't kid yourself. You can't do anything. You can't change a tariff. You never thought of a tariff before this. You never thought of a tariff 20 years ago. You never thought of a tariff 40 years ago. You are your own economy and you don't have any control over this tariff. So don't waste your energy on it. Now, that being said, this is what I think about the tariffs. I think, the tariffs are good. I think that short-term stock market pain is okay. I think if you were about to retire and you're completely obliterated, this is dramatic. Nobody was about to retire tomorrow and lost 40% of their stock. First off, the market didn't even go down 40%. So I'm watching the news on the whole thing like, oh my God. First off, the whole market went down for 2 days last week. I think, when I went to bed last night, it was going down again today. I wouldn't surprise me if it goes down again today. That all can come back in one day or 3 days or 4 days. It's completely not permanent. And most Americans, middle class Americans, are not using that money until they retire. And most of them are not retiring tomorrow. And if you are retiring tomorrow, you shouldn't have had the majority of your money in equities. And I can almost guarantee you did not. So this whole narrative about, oh my God, the stock market and people are going to retire. But no, let the market go down. That's amazing. I've seen this show now in 2001 and 2008 in COVID. The market goes down and you buy. Now you don't dump it all. So for me, I've been loving this. I've been waiting. Like I'm more of a crypto guy, and all last week crypto didn't go down, and I'm waiting for it to go down, waiting for it to go down, and then I started saying to myself, "Wow, it's so strong that the market can tank, and it still hasn't cracked, but it did crack." Now, what you got to know, and I've seen this so many times now, is that a lot of times when you see something crack and it goes, especially in crypto, right? But it even happens in the market. It's leverage getting taken off the table. And what does that mean? People borrowed money to either buy stock or crypto. They have like a margin call, which is basically like, hey, it went down too far. You got to put in more money or we're going to liquidate your position. And boom, it hits a level. So when you see like it go like down like that, that's what happened. There was liquidation. It was either a short sale liquidation, a margin call, and that's like a super opportunity to buy. So I guess before I understood that, I used to be like, "Oh my God, the world's ending. Why is it?" It's just an automatic thing. Boom. And if you've ever had it happen to you where you've had all your positions cashed out because you had a margin call or you know what I mean. You've been on the other end of it. But that being said, this is what I would do. First off, don't waste. You got a battery of 100 every day. Don't waste 80, 50, 30% of that battery on this tariff thing. It's going to work itself out the way that it's going to work itself out, and you have no control over it. I can assure you that I believe that these tariffs are good for the United States. That being said, if you're not from the United States, it's going to be good for you too. Things will change, things will adjust. There is a positive and a negative to everything. If you're American, why do I think that these are going to be great? Basically, we gave up one for national security issues. We gave up we can't build anything. We can't do we can't make a microchip. We can't do any of this stuff anymore in the United States. And a lot of those jobs left and went to cheap labor in China and Taiwan and Vietnam, et cetera, et cetera. If you get paid tariffs, then hey, you get that money back, you lower taxes, people will start building in the United States. All this Donald Trump stuff is accurate. I actually don't want them like when Vietnam comes and says, "Hey, we'll make it zero tariff," you make it zero tariff. That's not good for the United States because you know what? Their stuff is still cheaper. You make them zero tariff. We're not sending anything over there. You got to keep a tariff there so people will build. So honestly, I don't think he's changing the tariffs. I wouldn't change the tariffs. I would keep them the way they are. If you want to build stuff in the United States, and you want to make money when people come into our market. And trust me, the United States is 35% of the consumers of the whole world. You can build, the whole United States can support itself if it really wanted to. That's a fact. Now, is there going to be short-term pain and adjustment and changes? Yes, but that creates opportunity. There's going to be opportunities everywhere. So none of that's going to happen today. But what I can tell you is the stock market may go down, the crypto market may go down. And what I am doing and always do is I have a certain amount of money that's in cash that I want to take advantage of these opportunities. So when the market comes down, I put a little bit in. I actually am ready to put money in 20 increments. I'm hoping that the market steps down 20 significant times in like the next 6 months, if it does. Now, if it doesn't and it goes down five significant times, then every time I will buy in, five times and I'll leave that cash where the cash is and wait for another opportunity. But never put all your money, like if you do have cash, let's say you're sitting on $1 million and you saw the market go down Thursday, Friday. First off, you got to put some money in the game. Don't think like, oh my God, what could happen Monday? And Monday looks like it may go down, but Monday could go up. You got to take advantage, put a little bit in, a little bit. And, that's also dollar cost averaging, but at the best times. So, anyway, this is not financial advice. What I want to tell you guys about the tariffs is don't believe the narrative, don't believe the news. You don't even, and even if you want to believe it, you can't do anything about it. So, you're just wasting your energy. What you should be doing is if you have some cash, take advantage of these situations when the market goes down. And if you are negatively affected, really negatively affected, don't tell me like prices are going up, because prices are not going up. The eggs are down, interest rates are down. If this continues to bring the stock market down, the Fed will lower interest rates and there isn't going to be inflation. You could say, well, we put tariffs on stuff, there's going to be do you think that the economy is that simple, that you put tariff on something and you get inflation? No, doesn't work like that. And what's going to happen is there's many middlemen in between, and they're going to decide, do I move this on to the consumer or do I suck it up? If I move it on to the consumer, will they pay? Probably I can't move it all. So you get some that comes up there, but then you're going to have lower taxes, and then you're going to have lower interest rates, and you're going to have lower gas. But I'm not even saying I can foresee it all. It's too complicated. We're too integrated, but you can't either. So don't waste your energy on it. I can tell you right now, the only thing on Monday, April 7th, I can tell you is I'm hoping the market goes down more so I can buy more. That's it. And that's all that you really can do either. And if you're still in the market, you know what? Uh, I don't think it's COVID. Don't sell everything. And the people that sold everything, and I was one of them, I sold everything when COVID happened. That's also because my business is completely closed down. I took too long to get back in. So I wouldn't sell. You don't lose any money until you sell, and these will all come back anyway. So I hope I gave enough of my opinion on the tariffs, and I hope that it's helpful to you. And if you have any questions about your specific situation, look, I'm happy to talk to you. But I can tell you, today is still the best day of your life. Today still has tons of opportunities, and the world's not ending, guys. Have the best day of your life.